now I've come under that heater, I'm like, oh God, I'm so cold. Morning.
Morning.
How are we doing?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm freaking cold.
I am freezing.
Yesterday was so nice and warm. I got a little bit burnt, which is why I look a little bit like Rudolph.
Old Rudolph in his car.
Yeah.
But no, this is shocking. I do apologise if you see me shaking a little bit. I have been under a garden heater, preheating like an F1 car.
Preheated?
Because I am really cold.
Oh.
As I wasn't
But
expecting
no.
it. But
how have you been anyways?
all good.
Yeah.
You know, bits going on, bits and bobs.
You're still alive?
Still alive. Going
Yeah.
up and down the country, getting cars and bits like that for myself and whatever. As you know what I'm like.
So a video will be happening later on, where we discuss Reece's interesting car history.
Yes.
I think we've got to do that, maybe like 6 or 7 episodes, but it's just hilarious. It's a bit like Mr. Bean's Adventure, really.
Yes.
If you ever watched that, that's literally his car story. So,
Yes,
anyways, where are we?
we are at Western Brewery. Lovely place. We've been here. This is actually where it all started.
Unfortunately, where we all met, probably.
Where we all met. All
19,
those years,
weren't it? 2019.
2019. All those years ago now.
Unfortunately.
So it's quite interesting to come back to see it all. Love.
And what car was you in?
Blimey, what car was I in then? Wow.
Because I know.
Oh yes, it was my old BMW M1 35i.
Which is
Bright
actually
orange.
coincidental, because where we are today, at the Legends Driving Club, it's only basically Porsches, as it's a Porsche focused club. And if you do turn up in anything like a 600 LT, you get pushed into the back of the corner. You're not allowed to. So only stuff like this whole part of driving podcast, Pleb spec, is you get stuff rolling in and out. You've got what's that? Cayman
GTS.
Cayman GTS.
Very nice.
With the flat 6.
The flat 6, not the flat 4. And
I'll tell you what is quite cool, which you do not see. Is that what I think it is? E63 Estate.
AMG.
Or is that the new one?
That's the new one.
Sounds very quiet.
Very tame
I can't hear it.
Very tame.
It's like a hybrid.
You would think it is almost hybrid, but it's not.
But no.
Well, anyway.
You been up to much?
Just the usual stuff, really. Up work.
Winding people up?
Winding people up, yeah.
Yes.
On Auto Trader, probably every day.
Yeah.
Looking for whatever tut there is about there.
You only buy the best tut?
Only buy the best tut.
Only buy the best.
If you want to buy a car.
So why have you not jumped into a Porsche yet? As this is basically we're at a Porsche meet, very Porsche focused episode this. Why have you not bought a Porsche?
Do you know, it's been on the radar a couple of times, like classic, the 944.
Yeah.
I've toyed with that a couple of times.
We've actually viewed a few, haven't we? Like both of us.
Yeah. I've been and viewed a couple, but was never brave enough to really pull the trigger.
Oh.
Probably because I knew if I bought it, it'd probably come with a host of problems.
Scored. Engine blocks and stuff.
There is a really nice Cayman GTS, just the Cayman S, sorry, over there, which has really taken my eye. Something like that would be good, but because it's the Generation 1, I'd be then concerned I'd end up with board scoring or something like that. Yeah,
but the problem is, I guess you need to talk to him really, because obviously, I guess the good thing with these sort of meets is that you're able to just mingle and chat with people and get to know people. I think that's the reason why I've been doing these meets for such a long time. Of course, this meet where we're at today is fairly new, and to be honest with you, the success what he's got at the minute is incredible.
That's very good
So,
turnout.
if you guys are into your Porsches and stuff,
this is a good one to come. It's a very gentlemanly club as well.
It's
very tame. It's very, unlike some car meets can be a bit manic. This is just nice. You can turn up. There's a really nice coffee bar over the side there. Yeah. We've gone and had something, which was
I've had
nice.
a hot chocolate under the heaters because it's freaking cold.
It is very cold.
So
I do apologise if you see me shaking or having to wipe my eyes because it is actually genuinely that chilly today. Yeah. But we'll push on because we are true podcasters in true British style. We just carry on.
Leaking. But no, we've got a 911 just passing through. Would you have a Cayman or 911? Because after what I've experienced over the past couple of weeks, which is what I'm going to talk about later on, I'm going Cayman. You hinted as well you'll go Cayman as well.
I think the Cayman is such a nice sweet spot. Yeah, the 911 really is where it all came from. But the Cayman is, like everyone says, the chassis and that is just so well balanced and that.
Yeah.
You've got a mid-engine car for half the price of what a 911 costs.
Exactly.
So realistically, you're getting a better package as such, especially if you get like GT4
Yeah.
or something like that. Very good car.
Yeah. I mean, if you look behind us, I mean, you got almost like a 50-50 like Cayman V's 911, haven't you? Really? I mean, of course, you got a lot. You know, quite a lot of the 997s here. You got quite a lot of 996s, which is quite nice. You know, I mean, obviously it's off camera here, but we've got a really nice Beetle. Oh, look at this coming through. This is what is that? What is that?
That's a 911G.
Is that a
with
G? Yeah.
With its boot open.
It's got the boot open.
Or its front.
Oh dear. It's absolutely stunning.
Actually earlier when we was looking, there was a really nice 911G turbo down the back in red that I showed you.
Oh yes.
I was all over that. That is 100% a bit of me.
Yeah.
I love
You
Porsche.
love the old school stuff.
I love the old school stuff.
See, I think for me, I mean, I love the look of them, my aesthetic. I mean, that looks absolutely stunning.
And the
Obviously,
sound
we're
of
even
it.
going backward.
Listen to that.
I'm going to run away with the microphone. Running with the microphone. Listen to this. Listen to this, guys. Sounds absolutely stunning, of course. You're talking, Reece, but no one can hear you.
Everyone has to lip read on that one.
Voice translation, you're a pleb.
But it's just the sound of it as well. There's no turbo, there's no nothing to. I mean, minimal baffles in there, no cats.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it is. But I mean, I guess for me, unfortunately to say this, I think they're just a little bit too old. After driving a few and moving a few around, I think for me, like, the limit is 993. I quite like a 993 onwards.
But then you buy that sort of car not for the full drive, you buy it for the theatre then.
Yeah, of course. But I think there's got to be a compromise between theatre and unable to drive it. It's a bit like living with you, for example. It's a bit of a nightmare. So you have to do, of course, I mean, them classic cars and that, you have to live with them every, little bits at a time, and you take them out once every now and then. It's a bit like meeting up with you once every now and then, which is why the podcast takes so long to produce.
Yeah. Cheap.
Oh well.
Oh well.
But no,
there we go. But yeah, I mean, it's really nice selection. Some nice colours out there as well. Some unusual colours. Some good specs. I mean, like you say, you find with most Porsche drivers, they're all just easy enough to work with. You can talk to them, they'll be really happy to talk about their cars and that. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, of course. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the reason why we do these meets and stuff. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether or not you've got a Cayman or a 911 at the end of the day.
No, exactly.
It's like, you accept it.
They're both really good cars, really.
Absolutely.
Um,
So yeah, of course. I mean, we've got a huge, like I say, section of cars: Caymans, 911s.
Yep.
We've got some Widowmakers here. We've got GT2, 997 GT2, and 991.2. Is it 991.2 GT2, or is it .1? I think it's .2, isn't it? 991.
yeah.
So I mean, God knows what the new one's going to be like. Because good news. Guess what I saw yesterday?
Yeah, she was telling me about this.
Yes.
And I was quite jealous, to be quite honest. It looks
992 GT3 RS.
Very nice.
What the hell is that thing?
I can't remember off my head. What colour was it? What's the spec?
Launch spec.
Launch
So
spec.
it was white with the red.
the red. Yeah.
Honestly, the thing to take away from that is just what a wing. It's just winging in life. Not winning, winging.
Winging. It's just winging it all the way along.
Yeah. Honestly,
I'm amazed how that even passed
I
regulations.
genuinely don't know. It's literally like a modified car, as in like how mental it is. I don't know where you'd go from there, because I mean, literally, like, it's in person, it is insane. It's better looking than, obviously, it's a better response than what Senna was, but it's genuinely like if they got the Senna technology onto a GT3. Like, it's literally the same thing, which is insane, obviously, seeing it in person.
And you've been out in the new GC3. Always Cayman R going out there.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Didn't see that earlier, actually.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's your sort of cup of tea, that.
At least it works.
So what was you saying? I've been out in...
You've been out in GC4 RS.
Yes.
And
Yes, speaking about this, so I got the opportunity with Apex to go to Goodwood's track. Where was I going with that? Basically, I got invited to go out on the track day with Apex around the Goodwood circuit. And what did I go out on? I went out in 992 GT3. I went out in... GT4 RS sounds good.
doesn't it?
GT4 RS and Aerial Atom I went out in.
Mad little things.
And I know it sounds mental, that 992, it was such a good car, the 992 GT3,
Yep.
such a good car. It does everything, it corners and that.
Yeah.
But I guess for me, I've actually been out in both, by the way. I've been out in touring manual,
Yep.
and I've been out in the PDK, normal GT3.
Yeah.
I think I would go manual personally,
I was
because I was left a bit bored almost.
We just needed that last little bit to finish it off.
Yeah.
Like you say, to get the full thrill around it. Because Porsche make fantastic gearboxes.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
A bit like Lotus, they do really good gearboxes in their newer cars as well. And I think these are normally the two manufacturers that you'd take from manual gearbox as such.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they do work well in their cars.
Absolutely, I think they're almost Lotus-esque
they
in
set
their
it
manual
off just
gearboxes.
right.
Yeah.
And they just
But
make
the
the car.
PDKs, but
I mean,
insane.
PDK is good. I suppose PDK is more useful in like a Carrera 4S. That's going to be
Yeah.
more of a daily driver kind of car
I mean,
that you're just going to cruise around
yeah.
in for a bit of fun. But then when you get to serious stuff like GC4s, GT3 RSs, and GT3, then you want a bit
yeah, of
manual.
course. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it all depends on what you want, really.
What you want. I suppose you never know.
mean-
Sometimes you do get people that, amazing as the story can be, that we had someone on one of our drives who was had one leg, didn't he? He had to have it.
Yes.
I mean, shout out! It's amazing how he does it.
Yeah.
And he's not
Well,
letting it
leaving,
stop.
a whole concoction of stuff leaving at the minute.
Got a GCS going.
Oh, so these are a lot who are going to good B Road Hunting Club.
Are they?
We've missed that one.
But we will be down there. We will see them. There we go.
There we go.
Look at that. Listen to that.
Whole point of the Pleb Spec podcast. Cars driving in and out of the show, in and out of shop, which is what we like.
What are we after?
So yeah. Where was we? Oh yes, PDK or manual.
PDK.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, it all depends on what you want in terms of personal preference. I mean, me personally, I'm not going to be driving that quickly on track, so I'm going to want a manual gearbox.
So you can enjoy it more.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, when you do take it out to like through the Scottish Alps or whatever, or anything like that.
Scottish Alps.
Well, not the Alps, but through the.
Scottish Alps. You know your geology, sir.
Well, we're a little bit off.
Yeah.
But when you know what I mean. But when you take them up through the roads up there or through Wales, you're just going to be enjoying it a little bit more. Up and down through the gears. Like I say, they're a pleasure to use the gearboxes on them. Very precise and very smooth.
Yeah.
So I think the way people are now looking at it as well, because of all the electrification of stuff,
Yeah.
people are trying to hold on to manuals a lot longer now,
Yeah.
because they know they're going to go up in value, where autos will just always stay
Well, it's
steady.
already doing it. If you look at manual Gallardo, VVS, got
Yeah.
one for sale. If you look at the manual Gallardos with the automatic gearboxes,
Night and day difference.
yeah, the price difference is also substantial. But also, actually, did you know that at the manual gearboxes,
Yeah.
normally the cars with manual gearboxes are often are more looked after, far better looked after, better
Yeah,
service
I thought-
history and stuff like that.
You will find that because they'll be more of a genuine enthusiast.
Because the E-gears are actually the people who, it's their first Lambos, for example. The
Yeah.
Gallardos are the first Lambos, so
Yeah.
I don't know why we ended up on Lamborghini, but
I think we're just using that as a preference, weren't we?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
think so.
saying like from manual to auto and then all that.
yeah. I think the only exception here, actually, speaking about Porsches,
Yeah.
is the Sport Classic.
Oh yeah.
See, the thing is, it's a GT2, it's a turbo, isn't it? 992 turbo with a manual gearbox.
Yeah.
Now, I've been out in turbo, and the only way to describe that thing is genuinely,
Insane.
literally like a budget Veyron.
Yeah.
In the way it drives and stuff. Of course, it's a passenger ride. It was only a couple of minutes, so I could be completely wrong. I need to spend a bit more time behind them.
But
if
I
anyone's-
think it's a very true statement. Those
Yeah.
new Turbo S's are an animal.
They're
for,
just-
for the power output that they're quoting at 650 horsepower. I mean,
It's just so much quicker.
It
It's one of
can't
the
be.
quickest cars I've been out in, and that includes 720.
and did you see that? I don't know if you did on YouTube or not. They actually done a comparison. Turbo S, Ferrari, what's the hybrid one?
The red one.
Yeah. The red one. And a Tesla Model S Plaid.
Oh, I don't know. Who
And
won?
the Plaid just about But the 911 kept pace with the Ferrari
Yeah.
pretty much all the way. And it's still like, the Ferrari's 1,000 horsepower, that's 650.
SF90.
SF90,
Right.
yeah. So it was like, there's something clearly that Porsche has not told us about the figures.
Yeah,
or
they
it's
just
or the
sandbag their
car,
numbers, though, don't they?
yeah, or the car is just so well engineered, it is just perfect.
What's this?
A turbo. Turbo. I
There
know,
you
so
go.
Carrera 4S, sorry. It looked like a turbo because of the rear wing he's had put on.
Yeah, it's the S number, isn't it? Is that the sun?
Oh, it's like having the
This is
passenger heater
sun.
back on me.
Oh, it's so nice.
And a nice yellow Cayman S goes
So
by.
they sound nice, don't they?
They do. The older Caymans do have a lovely tone.
I think that's the thing as well, sort of like,
I think
you
when
want a manual with a good sounding car.
when the 718 come out with the 4-cylinder
Subaru
Super,
engine.
everyone was so put off. And no, well, look, there's no one here. That just explains what it was.
There actually isn't.
There isn't. It's got the older Caymans, but not the new ones. So that just tells you what people want out of Porsche.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is it.
So, where was we? Goodwood.
Goodwoods, yes.
We'll go all the way back.
Yep.
With Twisted Turnies. Goodwood, I went out in the 992 GT3.
Yep.
I went out
nice.
in Cayman 4RS, and I
Yeah,
went out
lovely
in
car.
Atom.
And what one would you say that was the one you'd go, I want to take that one back,
4RS.
the 4S? I mean, that's got a soundtrack of its own in the car.
I think, to be honest with you, I think it's where most combustion cars should be going. Because honestly, I had a helmet on and it sounded ridiculous
Still with
inside.
the helmet on.
Yeah, with the helmet on. It vibrates all over through your body.
So it
Whether or
really
not
gives
it's
you-
maybe it's too loud for like a distinguished gentleman, which is probably why there's not any here. But to
Possibly.
be honest with you,
But,
it's a bit of me.
oh yeah.
Whether or not I'd have it manual or not, I'm not too sure.
It's a hard one to say, isn't it? That's a bit special.
I'm surprised he made it here.
Yeah, that's true.
Alfa Romeo. Spider.
Spider, yeah. Don't see many of those about actually.
No, exactly, it's nice. But yeah, the 4RS. The thing what I took away from it is the noise and the chassis balance.
Chassis, yeah.
I think what I like about it is, especially when you load up around the corner, you can just feel it's 50-50 almost.
It just got such a beautiful
And
balance to it.
braking is really nice on it as well. It's got a bit of character behind it. While the GT3 was flat,
Yep.
the new one, the 4RS, was very playful in its
Okay.
character.
But
It's quite playful.
it's
Whether or not it's a
playful-
different driver, of course.
Possibly could be down to, like say, the driver, the tyres that are on it,
Yeah.
and a couple of other factors, because you can set them up, can't you, quite well on the
Yeah.
on the buttons and whatever.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. It was just a noise for me. It's for what I think most cars should be.
When it finally gets into that last bit of the RPM, you get that weird metallic-y
Yeah,
sound.
it sounds like about to blow up like your car. So,
Yeah, yeah, it's noises that I'm used to anyway.
but no, it's insane. Absolutely insane. I love that car. I know when I went out in the yellow Atom, it was just a different kettle of fish. It's just,
That's just another
oh
mad,
yeah, of course. It's just stupid.
mad bit of kit.
But it's
that
not
is-
really a road car. That it's just
It's a track toy, really.
yeah, of
It's
course.
because the
But it's
suspension
all
is very
depends on
stiff.
the track because the guy has I think it's just picked up an STO as well.
I see.
So he said sort of like the Atom was probably not really a one for Goodwood circuit.
Really?
Yeah.
What, because of the straight line pace?
Because the problem, no, not a straight line pace. It's just literally you run out of gas on the higher end. I believe it was. Because I
Right.
mean, we were faster in the 4RS. We was faster in the 4RS along the straights and the GT3s than we were in the Atom.
Right,
I think it's
okay.
because of the aero and stuff. I believe.
Yeah.
Sort of like you
So
you
it's
get
really
sucked
pushing
down.
it down.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're light. They don't
And
weigh
more
anything.
horsepower. Yeah, exactly. It's a bit like
no-
Caterham. It's sort of like you don't need to be going faster than a Caterham.
No, exactly. It's just because they're so light.
And then we got completely and utterly destroyed by a GT2 RS.
Yeah, I can
In
imagine
the Atom, we had to let it pass.
because
Jesus.
that just went fast.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it was the quickest I went around that circuit in that Atom.
Yeah.
It was insane. But yeah, like I say, it just goes to show that on the straights, it was actually the straights really, it's cornering, basically neck and neck GT2 and Atom.
Wow.
But on the straights, bye-bye.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. Just shows you its almighty oomph that it's got in there.
Yeah, but just goes to show, sort of like going back to that 3RS.
Yeah.
Where the hell are they going to go with that GT2?
It's going to be something mad.
How do you top that?
Yeah. I mean, when it comes out of the Skunks works, like Porsche, it can be madness. Absolute
Because surely you have
madness.
to like step up the torque if you think about it, because you've got so much
I
aero.
reckon it could be hybrid assisted.
They're
up the
saying the
front.
new one, aren't they? I don't. You reckon four-wheel drive now?
Almost like a full drive kind of system. A bit like Haldex, really. it'll only be sort of like, referring back to the Golf, it's a front-wheel drive most of the time, but when it needs it, and then engage the rear-wheel drive for the four-wheel drive.
I want rear-wheel drive.
But, or it might even be like BMW system where you can pick.
Did you mention that?
I might have said that B word.
Go on.
But I'm using it as reference, nothing else, because they are.
Police aren't here yet. It's too distinct. It's too much of a distinguished gentleman's meet to have any
police.
Chavies turn up in police.
Well, they're saying that I've just got to have a cyclist.
Cyclist. I'll probably get run over by a Porsche.
Yeah, so I reckon they're going to go down those realms where you can choose your drive. If it's going to be four-wheel drive, there's the Cayman that I have my eye on.
I think you should buy one, Reece. I think you should get rid of all your hunk of junk.
All my old tip.
Actually get like something a bit decent.
But to be fair, no, my luck, it'd probably blow up as well.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I reckon that's where they're going to go down with the new GT2 RS, is some kind of switchable hybrid power assist, because to make it anything like the others now, to step it up to the next level, that is the next level. They can't put a bigger engine in because it's already at its max capacity, really. Yeah. So the only way is hybrid assisted. Maybe they might even take stuff out of the 918 and combine it.
It wouldn't surprise me. Because the thing is, they've only done that hybrid technology for one particular car. They've got to trickle it down somehow. Yeah. R&D development stuff. They've got to make it make the money come back somehow.
And sad about electric stuff. I don't know. Probably about our viewers have probably seen it as well. Have you seen the new Boxster electric?
Is it actually been released then?
Fully electric. It's been
I mean, we all know it's all coming.
I've seen the spy shots of it. It looks weird with no exhaust.
But the problem is all the spy shots and that are designed to have, make it look quite ugly. I mean, look at Taycan, for example, when that was going around the track, and it actually looks all right.
It's okay. Out of all the electric cars, the Taycan is the one that is just about okay.
Yeah.
And it really does come into the bracket. And funny enough, there's actually no Taycans here, actually.
No, because we like combustion.
We are combustion. I think the Taycan really is a market that has hit. You're not really too interested in Porsches because you find most people that have got a Taycan has never owned a 911.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about the SUV market.
You could be with the Urus and all that.
And you don't see any Macans or Cayennes.
No, there was one here earlier.
There was?
There it is, still over there. I can see it. There's a Cayenne.
Yeah, but that's an oddity.
But it shows you though.
Yeah.
I mean, it is basically an Urus anyway. Sorry to all the people that buy an Urus. People that say they don't drive like Uruses, they are. Yeah, so like you're saying, the Carrera over there, it's quite, like you say, it's a bit of an oddity, but...
What, the Cayenne?
Cayenne. What did I say? Carrera.
So Carrera. Carrera's definitely not an oddity here. It's more
more the
Normandy.
Yeah.
Normandy? That's not even a word, is it?
But yeah, they are here. But there are some nice stuff here. From all, like you say, from all the way from first generation 911s to the brand new GT3.
Yeah. Every single generation's here.
It is.
And it's like a bit of everything, really. I mean,
do you know, it would be nice to get them in one line from the first to the newest.
Yeah.
That would be
Problems
quite
with
cool.
the organisation, people just can't bother to do that, unfortunately.
There's too much. People just then start going wherever. Makes it very difficult. But it would be cool to do that. But there is a very good selection here.
So what are you taking, actually? We'll have this discussion every meet now, I reckon.
I think I'll get some B-roll of it and we'll put it in. But I think I'm loving the new stuff, but as soon as I saw that 911G turbo, the old 911 Classic.
Wow Town boy.
Oh, I'm in love with that.
Love with the cocoa.
I'm in love with the cocoa. And we'll put some B-roll in of it later so you can see, because that is immaculate. It's what I don't normally use that word very much, but it is mint.
Mint. No, it's red. No,
but
we'll get some there's B-roll playing at the minute of Reece licking the car probably.
Hopefully it's still there.
Hopefully it's still there. It's probably left by the end of the podcast.
It probably has gone by now. Or if it is, I'll chase it down and I'll be like, stop here.
But that's the thing, I guess that's the thing at the end of the day, there's a Porsche for everyone. And I think...
Becomes one.
Technically, because it's under Volkswagen brand. I mean, for me, for example, my Porsche is a Lamborghini. No, it's not actually. what am I taking? It's not a 4RS here. I quite like the 993s. I quite like a 993. If I was to drive one, I think I'll probably go for. Do you know what actually? The GTS.
They're a good mixture of road and track.
It's a good balance. I mean,
that's the sort of car you get if you can only have one car, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you haven't got the space or that's your budget, that is where your money's going to be best sat into as well.
So there's a guy here I was actually speaking to,
Yeah.
and he went from 488
Wow.
to GTS.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
991.2 GTS. And he absolutely loves it because, I mean,
He
to
can
be
use
fair
it.
to him, yeah, exactly that. He said that the Ferrari can only use for a certain amount of times,
That's fine.
and he's worried about the mileage of the vehicle.
This is a problem with Ferrari owners. They're always very concerned about mileage.
Yeah.
This is the thing with Porsche. You can get in there, go and whack 10,000 miles on it, and still know you'll get money back.
Yeah.
But with a Ferrari, you don't. You have to be a lot more careful.
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're going for. I mean, you can't put a million miles on something like a Turbo S.
No.
Because the muggles and that will go for that sort of car, unfortunately.
Yeah.
For something like a GT product, I'm pretty sure if you put like a good amount of miles on it,
Yeah.
as in like, I don't know, maybe like 10,000 miles, then yeah, sure.
10,000 miles over a couple of years.
Yeah.
Pretty reasonable then.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, it's a real shame that it's sort of like this. I think in America actually,
Yeah.
they actually praise the higher mileage vehicles.
They do. They actually, they have almost like a higher mileage society club
Yeah.
out there. Because they've actually got, I saw on someone's Volvo out in America.
It's a Volvo though, not a Porsche.
I know,
Or a
it's
Lamborghini, or a Ferrari,
No,
or a
not
McLaren.
Not
Like a
bag.
brake though.
Yeah,
If it's on
that
10,000.
wouldn't even get near to 50,000 miles, let alone 150.
10,000 miles in workshop.
10,000 miles
Testing.
to the workshop, yeah, probably would, back and forth from the workshop.
Ooh.
You get actually stickers out there to say your car's made like 500,000 miles.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
fair
you
play.
do, yeah.
Look, there you go, 993.
There it goes.
I would love to have one of them for like maybe a year or so.
They're quite an interesting looking car, aren't they?
Yeah.
They've got
I mean, they're quite fugly.
It's,
But
yeah.
I think if you get like the
It's-
correct modifications and stuff, I'm modifying a Porsche.
It
then
sort
yeah.
of goes from classic to modern. It's sort of
It's
in
like
a real
flip
switch
flop,
over.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's
All
a real
depends on
switch.
spec. At the minute, it all depends on the spec. Ooh, sounds a bit like a blowing through a pipeline. I'm not sure whether I like that sound, but
It was quite nice. That was at least that was proper backfire, not artificial pop pop bang bangs.
like your cars.
Well,
No, your cars just go bang, don't they?
my cars
I
just
don't
work.
understand this, yeah.
Go on.
We'll talk about it later on. We'll talk about it in the next episode.
This would be in the next episode.
Because it's quite funny. I'll just drop the bombshell and you've got no reply to this. So basically, you know, you like all your, your sophisticated Volkswagen products,
Yes.
yeah? Apart from Porsche and
Yes.
Lamborghini and Audi,
Yeah.
none of your cars are reliable. You've gone through many, many cars at the minute, yeah?
Yes.
I've had one car in the year. You've probably had like, what, 5, 6 this year,
Maybe
over the past of a
6.
year? 6, yeah? And you've had to, basically, most of them have had to gone because they're basically broken.
Or
Or
they've had some kind of technical issue where
technical
it's like,
issue, or they're really good cars and you sell them anyways.
yes.
But you have no reply to that because we're going to continue with the podcast and we'll discuss that at B-Road later on.
some little titles.
You have a good time
be
to simmer
continued.
and ready for you to blow up later on. Love it.
There'll be some little titles later that say to be continued.
Yeah. But no, going back to the whole mileage thing, it's like,
I think mileage is just is a number now on modern cars, to be honest.
I think so.
A lot of, on the older stuff like this, you have to be more careful because obviously where then you had issues of having to rebuild engines. But now most modern engines will do. If you keep, like I always say, the saving grace of them is service them every time, every
Yeah.
year, do all the necessary that works need doing to it, and it'll look after you and it'll just keep going.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, you need cars to be ticking over. But I think people are starting to wake up to that. Because if you look at, say, Lotus and Mira,
Yes.
and even the new GT3s,
Yeah.
everyone's driving them. Like, when the minute they get their car, they're doing the 1,000-mile running period.
Because they just want to get out there.
Yeah, exactly. And they're
'Cause
using them.
And actually, it does any of these cars actually no good to sit in the garage for a long period of time.
It's only like the muggles, really, sort of like, who've just got a Porsche, like they just get a GT3 to be like earning a bit of money rather than actually like enjoying the cars. I think that's the thing with.
There's a lot of flippers out there now.
Yeah, of course, but I found that the flippers really They're not really part of like stuff like this.
No.
You get them as
No, exactly. They're like in a totally. They're more actually, to be fair, they're probably not even any kind of drivers. They actually are just investors. They buy the car, they save it for a little bit. That's nice.
I like that. Do you know what? I really like that.
It's an interesting thing, isn't it?
It's a Porsche. It's a Audi. No. What the freaking hell is it?
944, isn't it?
It's a Volkswagen underneath, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the 4-cylinder. But it's really quirky, and you don't see them apart from that these meets.
No, you don't.
It's where he crashes into it, and it'll be on You Been Framed.
Yeah.
Crashes.
Now he's got us watching him.
There you go. How many organisers do you see escorting cars out like that? There we go.
Look at that. Good turning circle.
Thanks for the meet. Here's some curb rash. No, actually, no, we're going about completely fine. So, yeah.
That actually has the Beetle engine in it.
What do you mean the B3? What's the B3?
Beetle.
Educate us. Oh,
Beetle.
Beetle. Don't sound like a Beetle engine.
No. Modified.
Modified. 1,000 horsepower hybrid.
Yeah.
SF90 killer.
There we go. It's a
Oh,
lovely
GT4.
in midnight blue.
Is it midnight blue?
I think that is midnight blue.
Are you sure it's midnight? Oh yeah. Sure it's not BMWs.
No.
Oh, they're all going now.
They're all
I nearly
going
got my finger stuck in the bloody. So I'm not sure I like that sort of thing. But obviously the GT4 is that a shark blue?
That's shark blue.
I think it might be shark blue.
Well, it could be voodoo blue, but I'm not sure.
No, I don't.
And I think that is shark blue because shark blue's got that really sharp.
Sharp.
Shark.
Oh.
Oh.
What the frickin' hell was that?
Oh, we do like to have a laugh here.
Lovely jokey wokey.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think this is just basically turned into a chit chat now,
Has a
which I
little bit.
kind of like because it's like I think over the past couple of episodes we've been a bit. I mean, me personally, I've been trying a little bit too hard, sort of like trying to be educational and sort of like be a bit funny. But I think obviously we're trying to find our niche here. I think for me personally, I just want to have a bit of fun, just have a bit of a chit chat with you.
This is what we're all about, you know. And we actually, as we go on to more episodes, we have got something really exciting coming up in August, haven't we? We're not going to say anything about it yet.
Oh crap! Forgot about that.
But
I'm terrified.
That'd be a really good one, and you really should. And
no, if you've seen the place, it's terrifying.
I haven't actually.
It's really bad. Like what we're
really
about.
busy?
It's yes, mate.
It's
really busy.
It'll be like podcasting superstars by then.
No, I'm not. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not. So
I'm quite looking forward to it actually. I think it'd be quite a good laugh, and I think it'd be. Really
It'll be
good
funny.
It'd be a good way to involve our audience in that one. But we're not going to say any more on that because that's not for a little while.
It'll be announced in the next couple of weeks or so
It'll be
on my
announced.
Instagram and obviously Reece's as well.
Yes.
How is the racing going, by the way?
Well,
because if you came on here, so oh look, I'm a racing driver.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with racing. What's going on with that?
So there's not a lot.
Oh really? You're not a race car driver then?
But I'm doing what they call a scholarship with Team Hard Racing in November.
Oh, you're doing it in November, yeah?
So that's all in November. So still got quite a bit of time until that happens. So what that
Will
is...
you crash in that time?
Hopefully not, because otherwise it's a big expense to pay out.
Mm.
So that's not until November, unfortunately. So we've got a bit of time, but it means I can do some practicing and buy some more in between.
No, please, no. Don't buy any more. Just get one car and stick with it.
Well, I am actually looking out for a car, so if anyone actually knows someone who has something decent, do let me know.
Look at that! So we had a quick chat with
Some owners.
some local Porsche owners. Really nice guys.
They were actually.
That's what I mean. They're just
And they're
civil
enthusiastic
people.
about their cars.
Yeah, that's
They
the
haven't
thing.
just bought it like, I don't know, like a Lambo. They just want to
Show it off.
show it off and pretend to drive it.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of like, oh god, here we go, Widowmaker. Widowmaker.
Coming in Japan very,
Here we
very
go.
soon. When the bikes get out of the way.
We've got, yeah, we've got GT2 RS. We've got, no, I mean, look at that.
All of them are leaving now, look at
Do
this.
you know what's mental though? Is like, we see that car.
It's
Most people will never see that sort of thing.
very rare to see them out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, I mean, to be honest with you, it's actually getting to the point where it's so well connected, the supercar scene. You do see them more often than what you
Yeah.
would do even like a couple of years back. But yeah, proper weapon that.
That
I
is-
saw GT2 the other week when I was at, like I say, Air Atom.
Yeah.
It was just so quick on the straights. Jesus Christ. Very muffled though, got a weird
They
noise
have.
to them.
That's because of the turbos.
Yeah, but I guess I don't mind that.
Right.
I guess the thing is that we need to have, I think there needs to be a new movement. Instead of having loud exhausts, you have removal of sound deadening in vehicles.
So you
So
get more of the
better air
sound
intake.
inside.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't get all the people as you're driving past going, "Wah,
So that's
slow
the reason
down."
why I love the 4RS as well, is
'Cause
because
it's
the
all
concept
inside.
behind it is a new concept to have engagement inside the car instead of outside.
Sides, yeah.
But mind you, it was still very loud
Oh, it is
outside, which is
still
like,
quite fruity.
for a modern vehicle, it is very nice and loud.
Yeah. Which is nice, because like you say, it's rare. It's getting hard to find cars that make good sound now,
Yeah,
especially on
exactly.
modern cars.
I keep saying that. Yeah. Right.
But I think that, I say most of them have now
They're all
left.
gone. We had a lovely conversation with
I
the
know.
guys, and everything's disappeared.
Here's.
But oh well.
But there we
I
go.
think we should wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
We go
and
beat to B road now.
now to the next location,
Yeah. Two
And-
podcasts in one.
and to warm up.
Yeah. It's so cold. Heated seats and
Heat's on
roof
the way.
up.
Roof up, yeah.
Very rarely I have the roof down.
I mean, he's
Sorry,
brave.
roof up. But this is
Roof
going to
up.
be one of the exceptions. Hopefully, the weather's going to be improved.
Hopefully it's going to improve. There is a bit of break in the clouds now. But
Ah, here we go. Speaking about GT3s,
here it comes.
that is the OG right there, isn't it? Oh no, we've got GT2 as well.
GC2 up the front there.
GT2 and GT3 996. I think it's one of your OGs. And what the hell is this? I ain't got a clue what that is.
I think that's just the Carrera 4,
You think so?
but
There's
been
different
slightly played
bumpers
around
and
with.
stuff.
Can't even
Been
tell.
played
It's
around
like
with, been molested, as the car
modified.
culture would call it. We're off to probably go and get some lunch or something.
Probably are actually. Right,
But yeah,
back there.
there we go.
I think that
This is-
concludes our sort of Porsche special.
Yeah, I'd say it's maybe a Porsche special. Porsche derived podcast.
Porsche Drive podcast today.
With a bunch of plebs,
With a
hence the
bunch
name
of
Pleb Spec. But no, thank you
No.
all so much for watching.
No, thank you for watching us on our third episode. Hope you enjoyed the rest.
Yep,
Do continue to watch, like it, subscribe, and share it. The bigger that we can make it, the better everything gets.
very good, very nice.
I think that finishes it just nicely.
Yeah. So, everyone's information, the drive, your Instagram, my Instagram.
For a Cayman S, that's out, or GTS, that sounds very good.
And drivers legends.
Yes.
Instagrams are all below as per usual. Like he said, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you all.
On the next one.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheerio.